Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of our Instagram live session. My name, like I always say, has not changed. My name remains Azuh Arinze. And my guest this evening is Mrs. Bimbo Oloyede, the quaint, essential broadcaster. Mrs. Oloyede, also an author, presenter, teacher, and confidence coach, began her broadcasting career with the Lagos television. From there, she joined NTA, and between 1976 and 1980, she dazzled and wowed us most evenings, during the network news. Oh, educated in England, where she read drama and theater arts. The proud daughter of AIG MEK Roberts was married to Mr. Tunde Oloyede, the producer of the iconic Village Headmaster until death did its worst. Friends, fans, followers, please join me as I welcome to tonight's Instagram live session Mrs. Bimbo Oloyede, who is equally the founder and lead instructor at Strictly Speaking Academy. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our channel is the Yes NG TV, THEYES NG I look forward to having you come on board. And now, without meaning to sound boastful, we conduct some of the best interviews, and a trial will definitely convince you. All right. Now, my first question will be, what exactly got you interested in broadcasting?
The truth is that I really never thought about being a broadcaster. It was not in my horizon. When I was much younger, I had ideas about being an actor. That's really what I wanted to be. And when that was not possible, because my dad thought, my goodness me, what are you going to do with acting? So I decided to change from being center stage, if you like, to going backstage. So I decided to go into stage management. And then when I went to the NTA it wasn't even NTA in those days. It was called NBC TV. So I went there, at the point looking for a job. I had already gone to radio because I was just trying to think of different things. And so I went to radio, and I was asked to audition. I couldn't pronounce any Nigerian names or words, so I failed that woefully. Then I went to TV. Yes, my mother took me to TV, to the television house, and we had some discussions, and they said, oh, okay, it looks as if you're the kind of person we're looking for. But at that time, there wasn't any discussion of doing anything in front of the camera. Because of my background in stage management, I was taken into production. So I joined the production team, as it were. But then somewhere along the line, after about a year or so, I found myself in front of the camera. So honestly, broadcasting wasn't something that I planned to go into or thought about. But I mean, when I look back, it just makes sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, the interest, since you started, what would you say has sustained it? What has kept it going?
I think it is the fact that no 2 days are the same. It is predictable in terms of the process that you have to go through, but it's totally unpredictable when you think about meeting new people, discussing with new people, interviewing different people. It's what has sustained my interest is the fact that I really can't predict what's going to happen at any point in time. So it just makes it keeps you on edge, keeps you on the edge of your seat. That's what's exciting about broadcasting for me.
Interesting. Interesting. Now, what makes a good broadcaster? Let's even find out from a veteran.
You see, that kind of question is, I don't know, I think it's a bit of a dangerous question. What makes a good broadcaster? I think that I think there are several things that broadcasters need to possess or be aware of. And I think the first thing that you really need is passion. Especially in the early days, there was very little money in broadcasting when we started. There's much more available now, even though many people who are employed as broadcasters will still tell you that the money is nothing to write home about. Okay, so you need passion to sustain you through some of the times that are going to be very difficult and challenging. I think a good broadcaster also needs to go through a preparation process before every single production or presentation. In fact, it is a bad idea to go on set or go into the studio if you haven't crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's as much as you possibly can, because we know that certain things do happen and they're beyond your control. But as much as possible, you need to go through a preparation process to prepare yourself for that production, whether you're in front of the camera or behind it, because there are so many little details that you need to take care of. I think also broadcasters need to be precise. They need to be precise. I think there's a bit too much of hit and miss these days. I don't really believe in trial and error broadcasting. Let me put it that way. I think we need to be quite precise about what we're doing.
Interesting. Interesting.
And I think that every production or every presentation needs to have a purpose.
Okay.
I really don't believe in just sitting in front of a microphone or sitting in front of a camera, just because. There should be something that you want to get out of it, and there should be something that you want your audience to get out of it. At that point, we can say, okay, so there is a purpose to this, and one is expecting some sort of an outcome. Okay, so I would say maybe those are quite important aspects. And then I think maybe personality. I think every broadcaster needs to have a persona, if you like. When I say personality, I don't mean that you should be a celebrity, but I think there should be something that is your style, if you like, something that's unique about you that makes you different. I don't think the broadcasters should try to copy anybody else. I'm not saying that when you see a worthwhile characteristic in somebody that you should not pick up on it, but trying to mimic anybody else or trying to be just like anybody else is, I think that's a mistake. It's not sustainable. So you need to have your own persona, your own identity. Yeah.
Style. All right. All right. Thank you very much.